Hi, I'm Brittany and welcome back to my channel, The Book Dreamer. In case you didn't see my previous video, I'm going to leave the link in the description below. This is part 2 of my massive 4-part book haul. Once again in November I went crazy buying books and bought a total of 107 books for under $250. A few of the books are going to be given as gifts for Christmas, so they won't appear in the video, but 98 of them were selfish purchases for myself. In the description below, I'll also be leaving the links to the websites that I bought some of these books from. Those include Thrift Books, AbeBooks, Alibris, and Book Depository. I have a lot of books to go through again, so let's get started on part 2 of this massive book haul. First, I have the first 2 books in Mary Elizabeth Summers' Trust Me series. That's Trust Me, I'm Lying, and Trust Me, I'm Trouble. Trust Me, I'm Lying follows Julep, who is a con artist and uses scams to help her pay for her private school tuition. She comes from a line of con artists, and when her father, who is also a con artist, goes missing, she must go and find him. Along with her comes, of course, hot and steamy Tyler, who helps her dive through a world of stalkers, hit attempts, and family secrets, all to get her father back. Next, I have Layla and Gabriel by Nikki Kelly. This is an art copy, and I didn't realize before that I actually do have this book already on my shelf in a complete edition as opposed to an art copy. But it's nice to have a paperback version instead. So this book follows Layla, who has no idea about her past. She knows that she's different, she doesn't age, and she has no family so far as she knows. She is suddenly drawn into a world of vampires and angels, and in this war of good and evil, she starts to find out more about herself, including her name, and her name is Layla. Next, I have Acid by Emma Pass. Acid is set in the future, and Acid is a brutal police force that has control. They punish anyone and everyone who does something against the laws, or who even so much as whispers about wanting to be free of Acid's rule. Jenna is locked up for a crime that she doesn't remember committing, and when a rebel group breaks into the prison she is being held in, she has a chance to escape, dodge the Acid police, and find out what really happened for that crime that she was supposedly committed. Also by Emma Pass, I have The Fearless. The Fearless is a group of individuals that injected a special serum into people that strips people of their humanity. The back of this book says that their mission is to find you. They are fast, they are strong, they are unstoppable, they are the Fearless. This starts 7 years after the Fearless had started injecting the serum into everyone. Cass and her brother live on an island that hasn't been affected by the serum, but suddenly they are invaded. Cass's brother is taken, and Cass has to risk her life to try to get him back. Next, I have A Kiss in Time by Alex Flynn. This is a modern-day Sleeping Beauty. This takes place after Sleeping Beauty wakes up with a kiss. For this story, this is Sleeping Beauty with a twist, and this twist is she wasn't woken up by a prince, she was woken up by a commoner. Also by Alex Flynn, I have Cloaked. which is a modern day retelling hodgepodge. It has, from what I can tell from the description, mixes of the Frog Prince, Fox and the Hound, the Elves and the Shoemaker, Swan Princess, and Jack and the Beanstalk, and so many other elements just thrown in, and it sounds really good. It says, "I'm not your average hero. I actually wasn't your average anything. Just a poor guy looking for an after-school job at a South Beach shoe repair shop to help his mom make ends meet. But a little magic changed it all. It all started with a curse and a frog napping and one hot-looking princess who asked me to lead a rescue mission. There wasn't a fairy godmother or any of that, and even though I fell in love along the way, what happened to me is unlike any fairy tale I've ever heard. Before I knew it, I was spying with a flock of enchanted swans, talking to a fox named Todd, and nearly trampled by giants in the Keys. Don't believe me? I didn't believe it either, but you'll see, because I know it was all true the second I got cloaked." Also, by Alex Flynn, I have Beastly, which is a modern-day Beauty and the Beast retelling. Kyle is a stereotypical, popular guy in high school who makes Kendra, the school's witch, very angry. And when he does so, she casts a spell on him that turns him ugly. And this is the motion picture edition, and it's been through quite a bit. I love Beauty and the Beast retelling, so just gotta read anything that's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I got the second and third books in the Snow Like Ashes trilogy. I have the first one already on my shelf, but the ones I picked up were Ice Like Fire and Frost Like Night by Sarah Rash. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Snow Like Ashes is centered around a kingdom, the Kingdom of Winter, that is enslaved. They have no magic and no monarch. Mira is in love with the future king, and when she finds out that an ancient locket that could help free her people is nearby, she starts a journey to try to catch it. But as she does so, she finds out that her destiny is not her own. I picked up also Furthermore by Tahara Mafi, and this is middle grade, and it follows our main character Alice, who is the only person in this world without color. Color is equivalent to magic, and she goes on a journey to try to prove that even though she doesn't have color, she does have magic. This leads her into a dangerous land called Furthermore, and Alice has to find her way home. I also have Delicate Monsters by Stephanie Kahn. This follows three characters, Sadie, Emerson, and Miles. Sadie is a troublemaker, and she got kicked out of yet another boarding school, so she is sent back home. Emerson is not happy that she's sent back home. He is trying to impress the girl of his dreams, and Sadie knows all of his dark secrets. Miles sees the future, and he sees that his school is going to have some kind of violence happen. Sadie believes Miles that he is seeing these visions, and they have to figure out a way to stop it. Next, I have the Angel Fall, Penryn, and the End of Days trilogy, I believe. Yes, this is a trilogy. So, that's Angel Fall, World After, and End of Days. Angel Fall follows Penryn, And this starts after the apocalypse has come to Earth. Angels and Gains start to rule the land, and fear has taken over. Penryn's sister is taken by a group of angels, and Penryn has to try to get her back. In order to get her back, though, she has to team up with Raph, who is a warrior angel she just had to save, and he no longer has his wings. So, along with trying to get her sister back, Raph has to deal with his own issues of trying to get back to his own people and being at the mercy of the ones who did him harm. I also picked up Crooked Kingdom, which is the second and final book in the Six of Crows duology. And I already have Six of Crows up on my shelf. I haven't read them yet, so it's on the list of things to read. From what I understand, these follow individuals who are planning a heist and are in the same world as Leigh Bardugo's Grisha trilogy, which I have also not read. I also have Empire of Storms, which I have also not read the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas yet. I have all of the books that have come out for this series, but I have not read them. And this is the 5th book, not including the prequel book that came out. And yeah. We also have Heartless by Marissa Meyer, which I am majorly excited to read. This is kind of a Alice in Wonderland retelling, but it's from the Queen's point of view before she really became the Queen of Hearts. And I absolutely am in love with the cover without the dust jacket. This is gorgeous. I also picked up Tales of the Peculiar by Ransom Riggs, which is to go along, this little storybook that goes along with his Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children's trilogy. This is the little book that they mention in, I know it's definitely mentioned in the second book, but this is all the little fairy tales that have to do with the land of the Peculiars, and this is also, just like Heartless, absolutely gorgeous. Alright, got 3 more. I picked up from Target The Winter People by Jennifer Mahan. McMahon. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. For this book, I have this, I'm just going to read the back for this. Some secrets never die. West Hall, Vermont has always been a town of strange disappearances and old legends. The most mysterious is that of Sarah Harrison Shea, who, in 1908, was found dead in the field behind her house just months after the tragic death of her daughter. Now in the present day, 19-year-old Ruthie lives in Sarah's farmhouse with her mother Alice and her younger sister Fawn. Alice has always insisted that they live off the grid, a decision that has weighty consequences when Ruthie wakes up one morning to find that Alice has vanished. In her search for clues, she is startled to uncover a copy of Sarah Harrison Shea's diary hidden beneath the floorboards of her mother's bedroom. As Ruthie gets sucked into the historical mystery, she discovers that she's not the only person looking for someone they've lost, but she may be the only one who can stop history from repeating itself. I also have picked up from Target Gillian Flynn's Sharp Objects, and this is after a brief stay at a psych hospital, reporter Camille Preaker faces a troubling assignment. She must return to her tiny hometown to cover the murders of 2 preteen girls. For years, Camille has hardly spoken to her neurotic, hypochondriac mother, or to the half-sister she barely knows, a beautiful 13-year-old with an eerie grip on the town. Now installed in her old bedroom in her family's Victorian mansion, Camille finds herself identifying with the young victims a bit too strongly. Dogged by her own demons, she must unravel the psychological puzzle of her own past if she wants to get the story and survive this homecoming. And last, I picked up The Black Prism by Brent Weeks on Black Friday because it was a signed copy, and Barnes & Noble was having all those signed editions that they had gotten for Black Friday. And The Black Prism follows Guile, who is a prism and is the most powerful man in the world. He is a high priest and emperor, a man whose power, wit, and charm are all that preserves a tenuous peace. Yet prisms never last, and Guile knows exactly how long he has left to live. When Guile discovers he has a son born in a far kingdom after the war that put him in power, he must decide how much he's willing to pay to protect a secret that could tear his world apart. So that's it for part 2 of this 4-part book haul. Leave a comment below about any of these books, and if you have any suggestions of which ones I should definitely pick up to read. And thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.